Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, $40-ish and $100 range. Most of these are way less than that. A good number of these you can pick up at your local rack store, like this one I'm talking about today. Without further ado, I'm talking about the House of Mirada. This is Secret Code. This one's popping up in the rack stores a lot. Got mine at TJ Maxx for $14.99. And if you can't tell, just based on the color scheme, this is a knockoff or a clone or inspired by Armani's Code Profumo. Cheap plastic cap, just like the other Surf. Atomizer, average atomizer. So, on initial blast of this thing, when I first smelled it, I definitely got cola vibes. Other people, I hear them describing like cream soda and stuff like that, and that's all right. That's all correct. But my take when I first smelled it, it was a fizzy cola type of a vibe. Warm, spicy. Seemed like there was amber and cardamom. Profumo has nutmeg. I can see that happening in here. Basically, the note breakdown that I did see on Fragrantica of Profumo matches pretty closely with this. The freshness that's in there, like the mandarin and stuff like that, is present. It's not that present, but it is present. I think more of the fresh, any of the freshness is coming from like some of the spices, because this still has a bit of that Middle Eastern spice going on, as many of these Middle Eastern fragrances like doing. It's fairly close to Armani Code. Now, where I'm probably going to get some feedback in the comments section from you guys is the performance on me was not impressive. I keep hearing everybody saying that they get this great performance from this thing, and I wasn't. I'd spray it, and a couple hours later, it seemed like I had to reapply it. Even if I smelled it on my skin, I sprayed it at like 12 o'clock, and then like 4 o'clock that afternoon, it was virtually gone. So I don't know if it was because I was out moving around, but it's kind of a cooler day. I don't know. There might have been something that was going on there, but I'm not getting much more than your average 5 hours with this thing. Projection is like the same. They could be reformulated now. Who knows? I know that my other Surf, I forget what the name of the thing is. Yeah, just Surf Pour Homme. This is an Eau de Toilette concentration. I've seen other people say this is Eau de Parfum. So I don't know. This one is Eau de Parfum. So I don't know why this one on me just doesn't perform as good as I thought that it was going to, but it isn't bad. It's a $15 fragrance. It's really not that bad, so I'm not going to knock it too hard for that. I'm just not getting what everybody else was talking about. But about the scent profile of this thing, this is definitely a cool weather fragrance. Pretty closely resembles to Armani Code. A little bit more of that spiciness going on. It's not quite as smooth, a little more synthetic up top. As it dries down, I do say this gets better. It does get better the more it dries down, but unfortunately on me it was starting to dissipate pretty quickly. I like the dry down of this thing. If it would just last longer on me, you guys still might get great performance, but just on me it wasn't. And if it could last longer, I would harness this thing and just want to wear it a whole lot more. But to be honest, one that I'm going to reach for more often is my Sapil Bound. I think it was supposed to be lined up like that. As you can see, the presentation is flawless. This one, I kind of like it better, a little bit better, because it's got a little bit more character, because it's stronger on that leather note. There's just more stuff going on there. It's probably not quite as accurate as this one, but it's really close. You could own both of these, not be completely redundant, but they both do the same thing. This one's a lot louder, it lasts a lot longer, and like I said, it's got more character and depth due to that heavy leather note, whereas this one, the leather note is toned way back. But overall, this is sweet, somewhat gourmandy, Coca-Cola vibe, fizzy, just a touch of that creaminess from the orange blossom type of fragrance. Strictly for cooler weather, definitely not a high heat fragrance whatsoever. I was wearing it at the theme park today because it was pretty cool outside. There was no sweat going on whatsoever, and it worked okay. By the way, I smelled somebody either wearing Club de Nuit or Creed or something like that when the fan hit them and stuff like that. It smelled awesome. So yeah, smelling that fragrance on somebody else rather than being on me, I was like, wow, you know, it's kind of cool picking out different fragrances on people and seeing how it reacts like in the different environments. So that's just a little side note there. It smelled amazing. But as far as this thing goes, I just wasn't blown away by it. Like all together, I really wasn't. Scent profile, it's okay. It's not bad whatsoever. The performance was like maybe average. So, I mean, I'll give it a 6 because the scent profile, I mean, I do like it. It smells good, but I'm just not blown away. It's good. It's a good fragrance, but it's not as good as I would want it to be. And that's just my honest, humble opinion. But you can test drive these things. That's the good thing about them. You can go in the store, you can spray it on your hand, spray it on your wrist, walk around for a bit, walk around the whole day, and see if you want to go back and pick it up. That's the good thing about these. You can test drive them without having to blind buy them. And so that's just what my opinion on this fella right here is. Any age, it doesn't really matter. I think any age could enjoy this just as much as the next. And like I said, daytime, nighttime, cooler weather is what this thing is geared for. And that's my final thoughts on Mirada's Surf Secret Code. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.